Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to, well, I guess not really back to, because this is technically the first of an attempt at a new series. Also, Happy New Year, Third Lad to Discuss video. Joined with me is the Earth Smashing Your Early Mate.
I can't think of anything witty for that.
Now, to be honest, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't even know why I called you Earth Shattering. We've gone past that episode of Death Battle. In fact, a lot of Earths got smashed in that
past.
Death Battle. Or just in that season. Joined with us also is the shouting Shawnee Do.
God damn it, Billy.
The duck is still around.
New year, same soundboard jokes.
Well, it could be updated when I do the announcement that I was meant to do in the live stream, but I forgot to. Sorry about that, people. Okay, so we've had some people actually messaging me, I'm not sure for you guys, but saying, can Lads Debate actually be a separate thing rather than being attached to Lads Discuss Death Battle? And we've dabbled with the idea, so this year we'll make that a thing. See if, like, hey, you know what? If it does get enough attraction, then it'll be its own thing. If not, it'll just go back to Lads Discuss Death Battle. So we thought, hey, let's start off the year with a bonus episode for this season. And yes, I will say, we are kind of ripping this off from Deadliest Warrior. At the end of their first season, they did like a champion poll on like, hey, let's pit the winner of certain fights and have them fight for the season 2 premiere. Or sure, was it like season 2 premiere or just a bonus
Back
episode?
for Blood, technically.
Yeah.
No, they only did it for the first season, and they did 2 separate parts for that one: Agent and Modern Time.
Yeah. I did find it funny they put pirates in modern time. I thought that was kind of funny. But anyway,
Because gun.
because gun. So yeah, we thought, hey, let's have some fun with that. We'll do that for this bonus Lads Debate. Again, we're also kind of ripping off Death Battle when they do bonus episodes. So as for winners, we were kind of looking into it. And now let's already eliminate, just like similar to what Deadliest Warrior did. Let's eliminate the people we know immediately. If they were doing a battle royale, would get eliminated. Nora and the animated series Batman, yeah, they're not winning this battle royale, so they're immediately excluded from the list.
And then we just hide in the shadows and go, I'm Batman, all the time.
Yeah, so, you know, we just feel like, yeah, that it's pretty obvious that if we were to do a battle royale, that these two wouldn't necessarily come out on top of the other competition. Next one eliminated, Adam, you know, a bit more powerful than the other two, but again, against the rest, he's really a small fish in a big pond. So that brings us to our last 3, and I think between Monster Hunter, Dragonborn, and Blazblue Yang, obviously actual Yang does not stack up to these two, but with Blazblue feats on her side, it's a lot more interesting. And we all kind of collectively agreed that Dragonborn and Yang Xiaolong from the Blazblue cross tag battle have a better chance at winning. So, yeah, in case you were confused why the hell we're doing this matchup, that's the reason. That we've considered these two the more powerful of the winners of last season.
Yeah. To be fair, Monster Hunter, while, yes, Monster Hunter had the highest percentage of all the characters of Season 1, that doesn't necessarily mean she can stack up to everybody else.
Yeah, I think, yeah, Monster Hunter against a majority of this list, yeah, I think Monster Hunter has a good chance. But stacking up against Skyrim and Blazblue lore, yeah, again, it's kind of like in our own universe, really overpowered. Maybe more powerful against the other opponents, not powerful against these two.
I also like how you completely disregarded Heracross.
We don't talk about Heracross. His victory was not deserved.
I think it was deserved. Maiden Z-Dog made the right decision.
Ooh, they'll make the right decision when I kick their asses. But anyway, okay, the other reason is...
Good one.
The other joke... and also, yeah, we also think Heracross also, I wouldn't really say stacks up to... Not obviously against Nora, Adam, and Batman, yeah, I think Heracross would win. But, yeah, I think it's pretty obvious, like, Heracross against...
Insert someone in the comments just being like, I trained a Heracross to one-shot Arceus.
But, okay, do you want... Well, then we're wrong. Heracross versus Dragon Ball, let's go. But, yeah, so But obviously, the thing that's awkward about this, I've represented both
Oh,
Dragonborn and Yang Xiaolong. So it was kind of like, well, this is awkward. But we decided, Sean technically represented Dragonborn for the death battle for Chosen Undead, so why not? And maybe he can give us facts that weren't really brought up for Dragonborn. Because we didn't really go over DLC that much, aside the bow feat.
I was also according to our fans, I was robbed of my last appearance.
Oh yeah, I guess we might as well say that. So while Yang won the lads debate of that episode, again, we have the communities decided against us, but this is our closest poll. So Bakugo won by 52% out of 42 votes. Holy shit, that is our closest lads debate ever.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the poll was still leaning in Yang's favor while we were doing that live.
Yeah, well, fair enough. I was thinking.
So,
but when Sean brought it up to us, saying like, I wonder if it's changed, and we were like, oh, wow, it is really changed. But who knows? Maybe this could be a death battle for next year. Like, obviously with Bakugo, and I guess this year. But yeah, I think the closest we've had from last season was Nemesis versus Adam. Again, another RWBY character. So, since we're going to be making Lads Debate its own thing, I figured, would it be a good idea to have it be 10 minutes representing the characters and then 20 minutes on the debate? That way the episode will be like 40 minutes.
yeah, all right.
I mean, we could try for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's shorter than how we usually go for our recording, so why not? I think I labeled this Dragonborn versus Yang Xiaolong, which I guess it makes sense. Dragonborn's fight came before. So, Sean, are you ready to spend your 10 minutes representing Dragonborn?
I'm gonna do my best.
Your timer starts as soon as I get my phone up. In 3, 2, 1, shout it out, my man.
We are once again finally awake as we travel to the realm of Skyrim in the Nordic continent of the Elder Scrolls. There, a lone person, because you can be man, woman, any sort of race in Skyrim, was sent to be executed when they get saved by Alduin, the Eater of Worlds, and a giant black dragon. Yet no one knows why. Some people think it was because Ulfric recruited the dragon. Other people think it was an act of God. After escaping execution with either the Imperial officer Hadvar or Rayloff of Riverwood, the Dragonborn sets off on their journey to warn the folks of Whiterun about an impending doom. It was because of this, Jarl Balgruuf decided to send the Dragonborn out to try to fight a dragon that was sighted at a watchtower. This was not the same dragon, but after the Dragonborn killed that one, he found out he could absorb its soul and gain the power of the Thuum, or a shout. And with that, they set off to High Hrothgar, of the 7,000 steps. Imagine trying to do that as a daily workout.
Oh my god, there's so many stairs.
Literally.
Just insert that Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge clip.
Oh my god, so many stairs.
Well, so much so that eventually, after getting all 3 of the words of power and proving himself worthy, the Dragonborn became a student of the Greybeards. A group of 5 individuals who are skilled in the way of the voice. And they help the Dragonborn set off on his own quest to save the world from the World Eater. And just do whatever the f*** you want. In Akatosh's name, of course. Eventually, he met the 5th leader of the Greybeards, everyone's favorite Elder Scrolls teacher and someone who Bill wished he didn't have to kill, Parthenax.
I didn't. I spared him. I didn't install a mod. It's official. I saved him.
A big surprise, turns out Parthenax wasn't actually a Nord in a cloak. Turns out Parthenax was a dragon. To be specific, the 2nd dragon in command to Alduin. However, Parthenax felt he had a change of heart and wanted to reteach the way of the voice to other dragons of his kind. So he founded High Hrothgar, found other people who could speak in the Thuum, and started training them to help the Dragonborn, or somebody, defeat Alduin, since this was the first Dragonborn in over 200 years. And thus the Dragonborn began his quest, his journey throughout the realms of Skyrim, into other dimensions like a Pothicon. I believe that's how you pronounce that one.
Isn't that a thing in Call of Duty Zombies? The Apothicons.
Those are a type of creatures, yes, but Apotheca is like a separate universe, essentially, inside these ancient texts of black books made by Hermaeus Mora. And it turned out inside there was one of the most dangerous foes in all of Skyrim, Miraak, the first Dragonborn. Along the way, he was also able to defeat Lord Harkon, a demonic vampire lord who wanted to eclipse the sun in eternal darkness. He led on the companions, became the Archmage of the College of Winterhold, leads the Thieves Guild, is the speaker to the Dark Brotherhood, and God, you do so much. You become Thane of so many different, of all 9 holds at some point, and even one in High Rock. But throughout the journey, you are accustomed to a bunch of variety of different weapons. Your typical RPG standard, of course, like swords, great hammers, bows, crossbows. And apparently there was like a recent patch where they did like mini DLCs, but I don't think we should count those because it's through Creation Club, and I didn't think you should count those.
To be fair as well, they don't really add anything that much aside like pet spiders.
No, they gave him a gun.
I wasn't aware. Okay, I guess Dragonborn is in the modern era now.
They get in
He's packing heat.
Yeah, they gave him an arquebus gun apparently in like the new like paid mini DLCs or something like that. I don't know. Well, who needs that when
Let me pause
helping the
timer.
Dawn Guard you get a crossbow?
Let me just pause this quickly. Pause timer. Didn't we make a joke about the Dragonborn for Glock in the past?
Yeah, you did. It was your favorite mod.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I was tempted to say it, but I completely forgot about it.
Oh my god, the lad's curse strikes again. Please tell me this was before that recording. Please tell me it was before it. I don't want this curse to continue.
It came after the Dragonborn episode. Like, it came like a month or 2 ago?
Of course it did. Okay, lad's curse strikes
like,
again.
Haha, hold on, before you restart the time, I was going to be like, haha, Chosen Undead, I have a gun. Wait, what? Oops.
Well, I guess by Deadly
Just
Warrior logic, Dragonborn's in the modern era now.
Get shot. Oh!
Oh god, why'd you have to do the noise? Alright, I'm going to resume timer now.
I mean with that one, it was having something penetrate him. Start the timer.
Jesus Christ. I mean, if you want to include that gun, Sean, go ahead, but I don't think it would make that much of a difference. It's just funny. Alright, resuming timer now.
So, and of course, with your bows, you got access to the crossbow, which is a dwarven technology, oddly enough, that you go into Dwemer ruins to find. Speaking of, he's able to summon different companions, including once getting a staff to give himself a dwarven mechanism, like a dwarven spider, a dwarven sphere, or even a dwarven ballista, and other conjurations thanks to his, I believe it is conjuration magic, from a variety of different things, like a fire atronach, an ice atronach, a frost atronach, a storm atronach, and even spirit dragons. That's right, he can conjure many spirit dragons. They're like the serpent kind, by the way, not the big ones with wings.
Oh, like Xiao dragons.
Yeah. That's a thing in the Soulstein DLC. That's an actual in-game thing. I don't know if Bill's gotten there yet.
No, I know of it. I have played a lot more of Skyrim after the lad's debate. I'm currently at level 77 with my character. Not much to do
Damn,
now.
bro. The Dragonborn has also received a variety of different types of armors and unique shields. His personal favorite is the Spellguard shield, which can cast a continuous ward, and wards in Skyrim can block magic and any sort of projectiles from going through them, including shouts. That's right, wards are powerful enough to stop dragon shouts. Also gotten a variety of different weapons, like the Wabbajack, which does a whole lot of stuff, from turning into a sweet roll, into a chicken, or just making you really, really angry.
Yeah, isn't the effects on that thing just random?
Yeah.
It's random because of the Daedra Guard it once belonged to.
Actually, I want to pause the timer because I want to tell this funny story about the Wabbajack in my playthrough. So I did eventually get that, and I thought, let me use this on a bandit. I was in stealth, I used it on a bandit. I kid you not, I made him go frenzy, and a whole battle royale just happened at this base. And I kid you not, when I was hiding behind a bush, I got hit in the face with an arrow because one of the bats tried to hit the raging guy, missed, and caught me in the eye. When I went to third person, my guy just had an arrow in his head. I'm just picturing from my perspective, like, haha, they'll fight amongst themselves and I'll be fine. Ah, motherfucker! Did you guys hear that? I don't know, I just thought it'd be a funny story to share on one of my many playthroughs, which makes me wish I recorded it.
That was one of my strategies, and I took an arrow to the knee.
I took an arrow to the eye. But good reference. You're a man of culture.
Hooray, mate, that's the Skyrim meme!
Alright then, and resume, you've got 3 minutes remaining.
Besides the Wabajack, he received the Dawnbreaker, a holy sword that can light undead on fire. Or, Aegon's Razor. Now, I know what you're thinking. It's a tiny, tiny dagger that can instantly kill people. That's right, one slash of this thing could possibly kill you instantly. I want to ask.
Wait, possibly.
Oh shit, I forgot about that.
Yeah, in the description of the weapon it says, has a chance to instantly kill the opponent.
Okay.
Yeah. It's an instant kill weapon, theoretically speaking. And of course, he's a master of so many things. He's a master of stealth, pickpocketing to the point that he can take the items you are wearing and equip it to himself. And you won't know the difference until it's too late. Stealthy enough to not trigger traps, suplex people from behind, or brew alchemy potions that can have a variety of different effects, from paralyzing to poison to freezing to panicking. Or, for just the hell of it, you can just make it yourself healing potions, and when you naturally heal. But of course, the shouts are probably the most dangerous in any Dragonborn's arsenal. Being able to shout so loud or so dangerous at an opponent that they disintegrate into dust. That was due to training from Parthenax. Conjure a giant lightning storm that goes across all of Skyrim. Breathe fire, freeze an enemy solid until until they either are hit again, which instantly thaws them.
It's so powerful, you got hiccups.
Shouting, for me, is not as powerful as the Dragonborn, okay?
Fair enough.
You also can just let them freeze there and they take damage over time from being too cold. That's right, that's a thing. You could just die being frozen.
I mean, yeah, hypothermia is a thing.
Yeah. And there's also, of course, slowing down time. But of course, the Dragonborn's not affected by it that much. He can still move as if he was moving normally throughout this time. He can throw his voice and call people melon nose or cheesehead. But my personal favorite is Dragon Aspect, giving him an ancestral magic dragon armor, helmet, and weaponry, as well as being able to conjure up a spirit from Sovngarde to aid him in battle if he gets weakened. And makes it so he can shout more often. The only downside is you can only use Dragon Aspect once per day in Skyrim.
And that is actually an interesting one to leave on, because your time is up, so you can go into more details about that for the fight.
Alright.
Right then. So I guess now I have to once again represent Yang.
Twice in a row.
Twice in a row. Maybe I'll get a win at 2 wins in a row for Yang. But I don't know why I'm saying, are you guys ready? It's like, wait, this is for me. Bill,
Yeah.
Are you ready? Fuck you, Bill. Well, fuck you as well, Bill. So, Yang Xiaolong. We might have brought her up in the past. Yang Xiaolong is the older sister to Ruby Rose and the heavy hitter of Team RWBY. She is a very energetic girl for the first few seasons of RWBY. A very powerful heavy hitter and a bit of an obsession with her hair. Just cutting off a little bit of it, even if it's like the tiniest bit. She gets a little angry. Just ask this poor little Ursula. I'll let that.
Ursa.
You are such a nerd emoji. You know that, mate. In fact, for the rest of this
He's allowed to be. He's the RWBY guy.
But anyway. So, Yang being the powerful heavy hitter of the team, naturally, when RWBY need go up against strong opponents, they throw out Yang. She's the equivalent of that old Thor Ragnarok meme, like, you can't beat me, I know, but she can. And Yang just appears out of the fire. That's pretty much Yang. When you need big solutions, you bring in Yang. When you need a building blown up, sometimes unintentionally, you bring Yang. Or even she's just going to punch something. Even it might not work, but she's going to do so anyway. And that's why we love Yang. She's a punch first, ask questions later type of girl. But of course, we're going about Blazblue Yang. Now, the story of Blazblue Cross Tag Battle, a very interesting system, sadly known as only Double X, not Triple X, RIP, decided to be like, you know what, I want to gain knowledge of multiverse of like different characters and warriors, and I'm just going to bring them in to defend these crystals, but they also got to fight over them. So before future DLCs came about, the original stories were they brought in Blazblue heroes and villains, Persona 4 characters, only Persona 4, because let's be real here, when you think of Persona, that's probably the first thing that pops into your mind.
No, they had 3 in there as well.
As later DLC, but mainly Persona 4 characters.
I'm pretty sure Aegis was in base.
Maybe, I probably cannot remember. And Under Night Rebirth, that was the other one, wasn't it?
Under Night in Birth.
Inbirth, yeah. And of course, RWBY. So, Yang went up against some pretty heavy hitters. Well, when she got added as DLC eventually, she went up against heavy hitters. People like Hakuman, Ragnar Bloodedge, and trust me, I'll be going into more details about Ragnar, because don't let his Dante rip-off design fool you. This guy is a heavy hitter amongst the cast. Susanoo, and she almost went up against a character called how do you pronounce this? Azanami? But she's basically a similar character to Susanoo. She's a character that can manipulate time. Now, she never made it into Cross Tag Battle. She was playing DLC, amongst a lot of characters were playing DLC, but the game didn't do well in Japan, which is sad, really. It's actually a pretty fun game, to be honest. But other characters have faced people. Sorry if I am butchering these names. I'm not very good at Japanese names. Hakuman has battled this character on multiple occasions and has battled Ragnar Bloodedge. I know you said Ragnarok. And why is that so? Hakuman, how is he as interesting? Well, he was one of the many heroes quote unquote, that defeated the Black Beast. The Black Beast is, well, as the name suggests, it's a ginormous beast that not only destroyed the world of Blazblue, but is a being that is said that it destroys the entire universe, and then it goes through a portal to repeat this process. It's kind of sad, but, well, no, that's just a sad loop of this monster just exists just to wipe out the universe, and then it gets sent back in time to do it again. And again and again as a sad cycle. Ragnar's life kind of sucks. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it was all stopped when Noelle stopped him from falling into a cauldron.
Funny you mentioned Noelle, because she's a character that you can face in Blazblue, and she's one of the few characters that has actually defeated Azami. A character that can manipulate time and even affect characters' magical abilities. Yet Noelle was able to beat her. And she also managed, now going through to Yang, she managed to defeat someone called, I believe they're called NU13, which is basically Penny if she was edgy. She's a cybernetic character with swords that fly over. In the opening animation to Blazblue Cross Tag Battle, Yang is seen fighting her one-on-one, and this character was capable of defeating Ragnar in a one-on-one fight. And yet here's Yang charging in with her fist ready to knock her to the floor. Now, of course, I'll go into more feats about these characters as we continue on, but in terms of Yang's arsenal, she's of course got her Ember Cellets. I'm pretty sure I'm saying that right.
Ember Celica.
There you go. And yeah, so these are basically metallized gauntlets which she uses to knock her opponent's teeth off. I mean, in all honesty, with Yang's strength, she should be doing more than knocking people's teeth out. There's many people in RWBY when they get punched by Yang, I'm just like, your inside should be your outside from that punch.
Aura plus anime physics.
Indeed, which Aura will definitely come into play. Now, not only are these used for really strong gauntlets, they're also shotgun gauntlets. Now, despite, shotguns always being seen as like a medium range or even short range weaponry, Yang can fire these at long range as well, hitting like even those that, I can't remember what they're called, Nevermore Grims or giant birds. She can hit those out of the sky with her gauntlets. Now, yeah, they're big targets, of course, but the fact her gauntlets can reach them as they're mid-air is pretty impressive for shotguns. She has all sorts of other dust type of ammo though, mainly fire, but she can also use these as either usual ballistic projectiles, but she also is a big fan of explosions. She can hit you with these with multiple hits. She can use these to deflect projectiles as well, like when she had multiple rockets fired at her in a nightclub, because nightclub owner decided to bring an RPG to a fist fight. And Yang managed to...
As you do.
Yang managed to just punch each one of these with her projectiles. She's also capable of blocking sword attacks with these. Now, granted, this could just be her deflecting them with her gauntlet, but against Adam, which we've discussed in the previous Lads Discuss Death Out, when powered up, he can disintegrate you if he hits you with enough force. Yang's gauntlets were capable of stopping that. So, good luck disintegrating this girl when she can literally hold the attack of a disintegrating attack. Now, if you want to chalk this up to her semblance, her aura, whichever you want to do. And speaking of, yes, her semblance. Upon taking damage, she can redirect that attack for basically a much more better version of counter from Pokemon, or she can just add it onto her strength. Now, yes, this does consume her aura, which if she uses too much of it, she's left open. I think at minimum she can use it a total of 3 times. I'm going by actual canon because obviously gameplay-wise you can use it unlimited times, but the actual lore-wise, I think she's been able to use it 3 times in a fight without it draining her aura. So I'll assume after the 4th time, that's it, she's out. But she doesn't even...
Plus, it turns her hair into a golden fire.
Yeah, it's pretty sick. So I don't think she really has to worry about it, because of course, yeah, she can disperse that energy back out just to give back all that energy she absorbed, or she could keep it for herself for a majority of the fight and just keep on fighting with that opponent's strength. Now, this isn't like a rogue thing where she just touches you and she just suddenly gains your inhuman strength. But no, whatever force hit her, that sort of energy is given to her. So if you punch her with enough force that can level a skyscraper, she can absorb that and redirect it back at you. And yeah, she's taken some hits from some pretty heavy hitters in Blazblue. I'll be honest, as much as I would like to bring in Persona 4 and Rebirth, it's realistically, Blazblue are the biggest heavy hitters upon this game roster. Persona 4 characters are nothing to scoff at, but I think Blazblue are going to be the main focus for me.
Yeah, I mean, can you just pause the timer?
Yeah, sure.
I will say, Persona characters are usually physically strong enough to damage a god that can merge planes of existence.
Yeah. But
just physically.
Yeah, but given the fact Blazblue characters can also kind of do that, it's just do I really need to add to the already list of OP characters in Blazblue?
Fair, I'm just throwing it out there.
Yeah, I will say, I've only got 10 seconds left, so I'll just quickly add this point and resume the last few seconds. Yeah, she can handle people that can deal with these sort of level threats. Shall I resume the last few seconds?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I do think, despite that she doesn't have a lot of the weaponry that Dragonborn has, I'm pretty sure she can handle most ways of getting around his, dubious techniques. And the timer just ran out, so that's a good opportunity to get into the 20-minute debate.
I'll set up a timer on my phone.
Yeah, as I was going to say, you'll have to be the deciding factor here.
Okay, remember, your job is to convince me.
Let's do this.
Go.
Okay. Oh, sorry, Sean.
So, the Wabajack's an instant win. He can just turn Yang into a sweet roll. The end.
Okay, now I will say, yes, the Wabajack is definitely an instant win. If it decides to turn her into a sweet roll, it could just make her angry. Now, okay, let's both agree, yeah, the Wabajack, it's a 50-50 chance. That is already enough to convince a win. Of course, though.
Yeah, I would say relying on something that just has a chance of doing it's not the most solid.
Well, I only bring that up because the Dragonborn has a lot of instant win conditions. Like, besides that, Dagon's Razor can instantly kill you, even through Yang's aura. It's done that through unbreakable armor like Daedric armor.
Okay, here's
Yeah,
the
but
thing.
didn't you say it has the possibility to?
Yeah,
It does. And
Or
there's
like-
also, of course, just taking Yang's soul out with Soul Tear.
Soul Tear, I don't actually think would actually work. Like, okay, it might leave an effect. However, guess who also has a soul stealing ability? Ragnar. Ragnar's sword, upon striking you, should be draining your soul or your life essence, as they'll call it. It's basically your soul. Like,
Yeah.
the more he strikes
What you were saying earlier, my counter to that is that Yang's aura can protect her from that kind of damage, yes, but Zooms are magic-based. We've never seen aura block anything magic-related.
I think we...
Pretty sure we have.
Yeah, we definitely have, yeah, because aura is basically magic in RWBY, they just never understood it, because they've never understood magic, it never got explored. However, we've seen characters survive, like the Maidens are actually magical characters in the lore of RWBY. And
Yeah.
we've seen...
So anytime like the maidens fight, they're using magic.
Yeah, and of course, they've shown they can tank hits from them. And of course, but even if you don't want to say like, oh, the aura's never dealt with magic beams, well, now it has, thanks to Blazblue, because Blazblue uses magic. And Ragnar's ability to just drain your soul, and an aura is powered by the user's soul. So they have to use that to heal and stuff like that. And the thing about Dragonborn, like, while yes, he has like healing magic, unless he can find an opportunity to heal while facing someone like Yang from Blazblue, yeah, Yang's not going to give the Dragonborn opportunities to like slow down.
He has ways. Not only can he heal naturally, he has potions as well as healing spells, and he's able to summon a variety of different allies just to fight for him and just keep Yang occupied.
Here's the thing though about these allies you bring up. Like for instance, the ghostly allies. They can be punched in Skyrim. You can physically punch a ghost. And in fact, basic human bandits have killed these sort of characters with iron swords. No enchantments, just an iron sword. There's been plenty of times I've played Skyrim and I'm seeing, oh look, some witches and bandits are fighting. They do their summons, bandit just kills them. Even bandit chiefs that are more experienced and that use steel or even sometimes Daedric swords, which, okay, maybe the Daedric swords are magical, so that's fine, but if steel swords can kill these guys, it kind of shows they're not as resistant.
If you max out the conjuration tree, it becomes permanent. As in, they permanently stay on the field and they can't die.
Is that true? Oh, I need to Google this. That just seems a little...
What happens?
Never
What happens to them
level
if Dragonborn dies, though?
They're still up.
Oh, I need to Google this, like, max conjuring. 'Cause that
It's
just
the max level of the conjuration tree. The conjurations become permanent since it used to be they were on a timer.
Okay, so here's the thing. Okay, yeah, so they can be something they stay, but if they do sustain enough damage, then they will be, like, eliminated. But here's the thing as well about conjuring. It costs a lot of magic to use. And of course, if he spends his time, like, summoning, like, these powerful beings, Yang, he's not going to have any opportunity to heal aside his potions.
That's not a problem. The Magikai regenerates very quickly, and thanks to him being the Archmage card of Winterhold, he has access to items and different potions that make his Magikai regen faster, and just don't cost as much magic to use those spells in the first place.
Okay, that is true, I will say, but the problem with that sort of ability, he doesn't have any armor protection, it's just a robe. So Yang will have more.
But you can give
openings
those
for-
robe enchantments to his armor thanks to the enchantment tree. You can disenchant variety of items and just give it to those items instead.
Okay,
Want this cool enchantment from a robe? Disenchant it, and just put it on your piece of armor.
Okay, that's actually true. I completely forgot that was a mechanic. Okay,
And
so
when you max out the enchantment tree, you get multiple per article of clothing. Like, for example, your sword can do both fire and lightning damage at once, or just have regenerative magic and regenerate health with a different helmet or chest piece.
okay, I will say, like, enchantments and stuff like that are definitely going to be a problem Yang doesn't have that on her side. However, here's the thing as well. Dragonborn is still vulnerable to hits. So the thing is, like, the dragon, like for instance, you mentioned the wards, right? You say they can stop magical attacks, right? But you fail to bring up the fact they can't stop ballistic attacks. Arrows and even
the Soul
swords.
Guard can. And the Soul Guard's a shield.
Yeah, but that's just basically he's summoning a shield. But even in the wards...
It's a shield that also projects a ward.
Yeah, that is true. However, Yang's projectiles would still pass through them.
I fail to see them doing that. And he can just disarm Yang via reverse pickpocketing or just with a disarm shout.
Okay, how's he going to be able to disarm her? The gauntlets are attached to her. Sure, and that's the thing, the disarming only works on, like, swords and stuff like that. There's been plenty of characters with gauntlets that do fight you, even some with, like, hand-to-hand enchantments. You try and shout those off, they're not coming off, because that's a part of them. You can't shout off the clothing. I mean, you should be able to, given the lore of these, but that's just not going to do it.
Oh god, I hate my mind.
Or even then, he can just disarm Yang of her bullets, so she'll have no bullets.
How could you disarm her for bullets?
Because it's just like arrows. You can disarm arrows and bolts with disarm.
I don't think he's going to be able to do that. But even then, like, okay, there are certain shouts
Or again,
I could totally buy.
With his insane stealth, he can just reverse pickpocket and be like, I'm taking these and I'm giving them to myself. Thank you!
Okay, first of all, the pickpocketing is mostly a gameplay mechanic. Now, the thing is, well, if this is like under confrontation, how's he going to find an opportunity? Like, sure, invisibility spells and potions, that might work, but as I discussed when we were talking about Yang versus Bakugo, which I totally won, she's been able to avoid, like, stealth-like characters. I mean, hell, she trains with Blake, who's I wouldn't say
or
a
just
master.
slow down time and pickpocket that way. That's
Okay.
something he can do.
Okay, I will agree. There are certain shouts that would help him in the fight. The problem is, how is he going to be able to break the aura? Because characters like Hakuman are capable of one-shotting the Black Beast. And the Black Beast is capable of destroying the universe with just his power and its energy. And Hakuman's able to kill that thing. Is the dragon, and not that, Yang's be able to take attacks from Hakuman. Can the Dragonborn really dispense enough power to damage Yang's aura?
He's beaten Alduin and Mirak!
I would say Alduin and the Black Beast are kind of on a similar power.
They are not.
How would you say so? Because they're both...
I mean, in the death battle, they brought up that he was going to devour multiple infinities.
Exactly. We've seen a limit to both the Black Beast and Susanoo. They have a limit with their multiversal powers. Alduin does not.
They have a limit because they go up against opponents that are either stronger than them, like Ragnar. Well, I mean, Ragnar is just the Black Beast, just nerfed. But
Still, Susanoo can't drag every single multiverse. That is something he's not been able to do. Yes, it's multiverse, but it is limited.
I think being able to destroy the multiverse is still impressive. Now, the context of like he was going to eat the entirety of the multiverse, yeah, he's going to destroy the multiverse. That doesn't mean he was going to do it like instantly, because they even point out once Alduin does this, then the universe will reset. He's just meant to be like the restart for the universe.
And if I remember right, the final boss in Cross Tag Battle, it was like merging multiverses like together. So the infinite universe of Blazblue, Persona, RWBY, Under Night, and then would just add more.
Exactly. So if they
Or just again or if you want to go talk about the Mirak scaling, which it has been brought up a few times, but not to a further extent. Hermaeus Mora himself couldn't beat Mirak, and Hermaeus Mora not only made his entire plane of reality and a dimension in Apothicon, but is one of the Daedric gods who could also invade the other universes, and he failed to defeat Mirak.
Yeah, Mirak, I would say, is a big threat, because even he says he could have easily defeated Alduin, which was proven. Like, he didn't bother with Alduin because he viewed him as beneath him, and Alduin didn't want to face him. I do agree with that. However, you got to also remember, the Dragonborn technically didn't defeat him. He weakened him just so that Daedric character could get a chance to kill him And even then, it's kind of stated he might not be entirely dead. So
he died. He died permanently.
Oh, he did
because
die
the Dragonborn absorbed Mirak's soul and all the souls of the dragon he's absorbed.
Okay, fair enough. I thought they were kind of hinting that he could return. Maybe that's what I gathered when I played that DLC. It's actually pretty good DLC, to be honest.
It is.
What?
But what about just trapping Yang in the Black Book? What's your counter to that? Because we've seen people die that aren't the Dragonborn who also opened this Black Book in that same DLC. So the Dragonborn can just be like, hey, look, a book. Oh no, you're dead. Or stuck in a Apothicon. The end.
Okay, again, I will give you that. Yes, that is an instant win. Now, of course, though, during a fight, I don't think he's going to have an opportunity to use this because, well, yes, if you look into this book and you're not strong enough to withstand it, you'll die. That's happened to even, like, the strongest of characters in Skyrim. But, again, I think the other thing we need to look at is their versatility. While Dragonborn's good, he's not as, like, agile and stuff like Yang's always moving and stuff like that, so the Dragonborn's going to compete with something that moves really fast. And I would say they're both...
He does that with dragons!
That's fair. I mean, for one, it's hard to kind of miss a dragon flying.
Or even other spellcasters who move around constantly to cast spells at you, throw lightning at you, or just, breathe fire on you.
Yeah. Like, obviously, I would say, like, their reactionary speeds are kind of on a similar, like, light speed level. Like, Dragonborn's capable of firing an arrow at the sky and hitting the sun in a matter of seconds. But Yang is also capable of competing with characters that also have time manipulation on their side, and that have moved faster than light. And of course, with Yang's way of fighting, always moving and stuff like that, and looking for an opening, I don't think the Dragonborn's going to be able to compete with that. Plus, what's stopping Yang from just simply sticking one of her explosives near him, and he just gets hit by that, and then she goes off, like, flying in the air? Because the Dragonborn doesn't have any, like, ways to fly. Now, obviously, Yang can't fly, but she uses her gauntlets.
He can just make himself intangible and not take damage thanks to becoming ethereal.
But he can't do any damage as well in that form, and when he does try it, he loses that ability.
But he can still heal himself while ethereal since it's not doing damage to himself.
I mean, yeah, that's fair. But again, though, like, he's just buying time, really.
Or hell, he can just weaken Yang's aura and durability thanks to Kain. It's a shout that weakens your damage resistance, your damage, as well as just incapacitating you for a little bit.
Huh.
So you can be like, oh yeah, Yang can just absorb the damage from Dragonborn, and then Kain just sets it back to normal.
I wasn't actually unaware. I was unaware of this shout.
Mostly because, like, the first word is Kain, and Kain has, like, 3 different ones. This one, I believe, is called Dismay?
Okay. Okay, we can all agree that there are shouts that Yang's not going to be able to withstand. I think she could survive the False Radar's disintegration because her aura's been able to resist disintegration-like attacks. And the fire shout, that's not going to do much. Yang lights herself on fire all the time. It's nothing to her.
My question would be, because thanks to Volume 9, we know they've been under, like, a hallucinogen of sorts. I don't think Yang has the proper meta protections for some of Dragonborn's spells and shouts. Like, the one shout that you can use to control dragons can control people. And, of course, there's also the fear spell, which can cause you to run away. The calm spell, which can just calm you down instantly from any sort of anger. I don't think Yang has the counters to those.
No, but the thing about a lot of those spells, he has to hit Yang. So, and if he doesn't waste his time, like, trying to cast these spells and Yang's just dodging them, he's wasting his magic, which could have been spent on, like, a more deadlier option.
I think the Dragonborn is going to be able to hit Yang constantly with his spells, with his variety of different techniques, his weaponry, or just, slowing time. His different shouts can help. He has ways to get to defeat Yang, or just reset her aura completely.
How would you say, like, the damage on her aura? Because again, she can take hits from universe busters like Susano. Like, if you were to, like, going by gameplays, I did even look into the gameplay, how much damage Susano's super does. It does 50% of her health, or just any health in the game, I should say, including that tank. So a character that has like a multiversal type power. Now, obviously, I don't think Susanoo's hitting Yang for multiverse attack. But even if we had to assume that was just a small fraction of his power, this is still a being capable of destroying planets. And she's taken a hit from that and still able to keep fighting.
Well, Kynes also worked on, we talked about him earlier, it's worked on Alduin, and he was going to eat multiple infinity.
That's odd. This isn't the Dragon Ren thing, you know, because that move only works on dragons. I had to ask. And,
Yeah, no, that's not Dragon Ren.
Okay, just checking.
Kynes works on pretty much everything.
Okay, fair enough. I was just.
Oh, that's
wondering.
another thing. Thank you, Billy. He can just have a dragon fighter.
Okay, yeah.
Including an undead dragon called Dunvir. And Dunvir is, well, undead. So even if you kill him, guess what? He can just summon him back.
Okay, yeah, I do think the dragons would be a problem for Yang. But we have seen her bring down, like, a flying beast before, like Nevermore. Or even, again, I don't think, like, these dragons are comparable to Susanoo, Ragnar, or even Noel. Like, remember, Noel was even strong enough to overpower Ragnar as he was turning into the Black Beast.
Dunvir and Odahviing, fun fact, they also served alongside Alduin and were also planning to destroy multiple infinity alongside with him. They were only stopped because Dunvir was banished and Parthenax ended up killing Odahviing.
I will say, if we had to really say who were definitely the bigger threats in this fight that we have to compare these characters to, yeah, Alduin for the Dragonborn and the Black Beast for Yang. So why don't we actually go into the power output of these two and their abilities? So, how much time do we have?
As we've stated earlier, Alduin can... Yeah, mate, how much time do we have?
I think like 2 minutes.
Okay, so I guess we better rush through this quickly.
Let's see here. Alduin, we know he can eat multiple infinity, of course. He is able to just conjure up and go into Sovngarde, have it under his control, and create a giant mist along the entire plane of Sovngarde.
Alright, well, the Black Beast, just its presence is enough to not only drive people mad, but also just engulf the world in a matter of minutes. And of course, in certain timelines, it has succeeded, destroyed the universe eventually, and just moved on to another one. I wouldn't say this was instant, but it did do this. And the only reason other characters were able to kill it was because they got to it just on time to stop it. And Ragnar...
You can
So-
do the same thing for Alduin.
Yeah, so both multiple infinity sort of thing.
Yeah. And not only that, the Black Beast powers, they drain your soul when you make contact with it. I do think...
And the Dragonborn can survive in that kind of environment by even being in the Soul Cairn. That's right, he survived the dimension where it rips apart your soul just by walking across the entirety of the Soul Cairn.
He doesn't use his soul to defend himself, Yang does. And as we've seen, Yang's aura can protect her, I was about to say him, can protect her from soul manipulation. I mean, obviously still takes damage, of course in the gameplay, Ragnar is still able to hurt her. But if her aura is capable of resisting attacks from a nerfed Black Beast, I think she can survive long
Dovahkiin's
enough
soul
to hurt Dragonborn.
can also protect him from the Soul Tear Shell, which is taught by Dunvir.
Yeah, but Yang doesn't have like a soul tearing ability. Like, yeah. Like,
And time's up.
Okay. I will admit, I was kind of struggling there at the end. Alright then, so mate, who would you say for this first Lads Debate of this year, which is just a bonus episode, but we're going to see how it does and see if more people want it. Who are you going
Alright.
for?
This is a hard one. Because, okay, as you brought up, they both contend with beings that are capable of, like, devouring multiple infinities. But in Yang's case, there's also, like, you know, comparing to, like, the final big bad of, like, Cross Tag Battle, which was, you know, merging all these different multiple infinities together. So I would say comparing it to that, it gives her, like, the stat edge, but Dragonborn just has so many abilities, weapons, and whatnot. He has like what people call the hacks. So it's like, what do you give the edge to? The person who takes the edge in stats, or the person who takes the edge in hacks? So whenever it's something like that, it's a bit tricky.
Awkward silence.
Yeah, because this is a hard one, okay? Though I think, and I'll explain why in... Oh, actually... Because it sounds like a lot of Dragonborn can summon like all this stuff to essentially like... I don't know, hopefully close the gap. And maybe even buy himself time to, like, you know, build up some other stuff. And there's those instant win weapons. Although, while they have the chance to be instant wins. Is the thing. And I don't want to just rely on that, because it sounds like I'm deciding via a coin flip. Essentially. Though in theory, if he has like so many of these, odds are like at least one's gonna work. But then in the whole time that he's doing that, what's stopping Yang from just getting so powerful she just one-shots him? See, this is hard. So happy Kid's not here.
Alright, well, we don't want to prolong this too long, mate, so you need to give an answer.
Wait, hold on. Sean, does Dragonborn have any way to just instant revive?
Instant revive?
Yeah, like upon being killed, just like come back immediately.
He has done that when he was in Apothicon. If he gets defeated, he just spawns back in.
Okay, that's specifically in Apothicon, though, so...
There is if you give him the vampire form. That's the thing.
I will say the vampire form is actually really fun, and I really enjoyed it when I played the Dawn Guard DLC.
I'm gonna go with Yang.
You're going with Yang? Okay,
Like-
I'll...
Rigged.
I will be honest, I'm actually putting my money on Dragonborn now.
I thought Kine would be
I don't
enough.
know.
You're like, yeah, Yang has the stats, but Kine's just like, oh, there goes your stats you have.
Yeah, to be honest, those shouts...
Oh, fuck, yeah, there's that. Okay, can I change my answer?
Yeah, go ahead. Because even I'm like, yeah, I think I'm giving this to Sean.
Yeah, I forgot about that one, so yeah, I'll go with Dragonborn. You were throwing a lot of stuff at me and naming all these people I never heard of. And I'm like, wait, hold on, no. Who's who? It's like a cookbook with like so many different ropes. I'm just like, who is who? What is happening?
I'm going to have fun.
Elder Scrolls lore and Blazblue lore are complicated.
You know what? I'm going to have fun edit this. I'm going to have Yang's victory screen, and then as soon as mate changes, Dragon Ball's going to come in, like, swoop in, like, yeah, get out of here. That'll be a twist for people. Okay, so, mate, you're 100% committed to Dragonborn now? Oh, please don't delay it.
Yeah.
Okay. I will say, even I concede, like, I will admit, I was just kind of winging it when Sean started bringing up all these other things. Like, the dagger does have a 20%... Was it a 20 or 10% chance to instant kill you?
I think it was like 10.
Yeah, I mean, that's still a pretty good chance.
And
Yeah.
plus,
Yeah, but
you
what
know,
about the 90% chance where it doesn't work?
That is true.
You can dual wield in the game. You can have the staff in one hand and the dagger in the other. That's a real thing.
Yeah, like, in terms of Arsenal, Dragonborn has it. So, yeah, Dragonborn wins. Honestly, after I kind of went into it thinking Dragonborn was going to win anyway, I just thought, surely I could find something of Yang. The only thing I was able to kind of make an argument for was that her ballistic weaponry would go through his wards.
Well, that and just
That was,
overall stats via cross-tag scaling.
yeah.
Yeah, if it wasn't for Kine, honestly, like to negate those stat gains that you can get, that Yang gets, I think Yang could have possibly won.
Yeah, because I was trying to think, but there have been other like death battles where like it is like stats versus hacks. Like Ghost Rider versus Lobo is a good example of that.
Yeah. I think, I'll be honest, as soon as Sean started talking more about Dragonborn, there were moments I had to pause and be like, right, I've really got to find somewhere to bullshit my way through this that doesn't rely on me making shit up. So I was like, maybe if I could try and make it sound like Yang could avoid this, but
I'm surprised you forgot about the enchantments.
Yeah, someone who spends most of his time disenchanting and selling enchantments in Skyrim, like, I just realized, I don't know why, they just never thought, oh, they wouldn't do that much. It's like, oh yeah, you can have the ability to be 100% immune to fire, and I'm like, shit. That's Yang's whole thing.
Come on. Welcome to absurdity of RPG games.
Yeah, so GG, Sean, I concede, even I can accept, like, you know what? Maybe if we were really diving into it, I don't think this is even as it sounds. Like, obviously, in terms of the scaling against like the Black Beast and Alduin, maybe, but then it's like, oh, Dragonborn has this magic. Yeah, like especially the Carmen and Fear thing. I was like, shit, I use those all the time. I was hoping Sean would bring those up.
I pulled out all the stops because when I was initially thinking, I'm like, oh yeah, there's instant kill weapons. So I'm like, no, that's not enough. I need to go deeper.
It's like, oh.
So while it is close, go ahead.
That's just going to be a bigger twist. Just like, wait, mate went against the RWBY character?
That's true, actually. But no, it was fun doing this. I'm not sure we'll do this regularly if we ever start doing these like seasonally. Like, I can imagine the novelty will wear off quickly. We just thought, let's do a bonus episode. Let's have it be with the winners and see if people do like lads debates. I mean, people seem to really enjoy these. But yeah, people, of course, though, you could still vote for Yang to wing. Yeah, you can vote for her to wing. Yeah.
You know what? Just for that, yes, go vote for the Dragonborn to win.
No, vote for. No, I'm not manipulating my fans, but vote for Yang. If you do it, I don't know, give you a high five. Dang it, that would be kind of.
I'm surprised you're not saying vote for Yang and we'll guarantee you can be a guest.
Oh god, do you know how many people would start doing that and it would just get like the worst of it? Like, imagine we get someone who's like really racist.
Yeah, so don't promise that.
Yeah, oh god, we'd have to bring in that fourth member I used to have. We never discussed them.
Yeah, no.
God, so yeah, okay, but in all seriousness, vote for who you think wins, who did the most convincing argument. And of course, yeah, if you do like Lads Debate being their own thing and not attached to Lads Discuss Death Battle, why not? We lads are always down for just doing more collabs like gaming, which, by the way, we might be returned to a randomizer soon. Not sponsored.
I mean, I also just want to do like one of these where we just talk about what's going on in life.
Oh yeah, we have thought about doing that as like a little bonus, hopefully before the next Death Battle. But I guess
Or, I don't know, if we have any funny stories from, like, different points in life.
Yeah, I suppose we could even just do podcasts where we're just hanging out and talking. It's not about a topic, or we just throw in all sorts of topics we want to discuss. Although, speaking of topics, I guess we could announce what this year's of Lads, what the premiere is going to be. We are going to be doing Leela from Futurama versus Star-Lord from Marvel versus Han Solo from Star Wars. Yes, people, we're doing the first
That's
ever
right.
Oh, sorry, Sean.
I was going to say, that's right. You did not hear him incorrectly. We have 3 people in this upcoming Lads Debate.
Yep. So, and if you're wondering, like, wait a minute, though, does that mean you guys have to decide a winner? Nope, this will be the first ever Lads Debate. When we eventually do this episode, we'll announce it whenever on my community tab or Twitter. Yes, it's going to be a first one where the fans actually get to decide a winner for the lads. We'll bring in everything we know about these characters. I've been looking into a lot of legends for Han Solo because if Death Battle use legends, it makes sense that I'm allowed to do it. And in terms of which Star-Lord we're using, we're not using MCU because it would be more interesting bringing in his comic counterparts. Now, who's representing who? Your early mate is representing Leela because he's the funny guy.
Hell yeah.
And
I have some notes ready.
Shockingly, Sean's going for Han. No, I'm doing Han Solo.
Those riding solo on the Han.
Because I'm Solo, I'm Han Solo, and I'm going to edit that little gameplay on screen just to torment people. You know what? For the rest of this segment of this episode, I'm just literally looping that. There you go, people.
Oh.
I probably shouldn't because I'll get copyrighted, so here's some novelty-free, I don't know, jazz. But and yeah, so with that said, Sean's representing Star-Lord because I think you said you do like the Guardians of the Galaxy movies, don't you, Sean?
I do, and
yeah, they're good, fantastic films.
Meg was originally bringing on the idea of doing a triple threat, so I wanted to find one that we all had some sort of expertise in, and I was like, hey, how about this one? And the lads are like, yes.
Yes, and the other thing we should say, we're also including their ships. So Planet Express for Leela, Millennium Falcon for Han Solo. I was about to say for Star-Lord. that would be an interesting twist. And
okay, so right there, can we just say Bo loses?
Yeah, I don't have a ship, so oh well. I guess I die. What's the Ravager ship for Star-Lord? I'm pretty sure it's got another name. But yeah, so we thought it'd be interesting, so we're going to include feats from not just the characters, but also their spaceships. But we will say, no, as much as it would be hilarious, because Mate has told us a funny idea for the same thing, Bender, Fry, Groot, and Chewbacca will not be helping out in this fight. They'll help in terms of the spaceships, it requires more people to use them, but we're mainly going to be focusing on the captains of these ships, because it makes sense, really. So I think with that said, hope you're excited for that episode when we eventually announce it. We'll discuss that when we just want to talk about it, because there's other things we like to do for the channel, you know, you guys could definitely check out. We play other shit. I think with all that said and done, yeah, if you enjoyed what you saw here, be sure to share the video around, check out your only mate's content, be sure to check out some of the stories he writes, they're adorable.
I have a follow-up to that coming. I've got 10 chapters out of 14 written.
There you go.
Once I have all 14 done, I'll start posting it.
There you are, more content will be coming in the future. And of course, if you want to check out some more funny Pokemon videos or Yu-Gi-Oh videos, check out Shawnee Poo's videos, because they are funny to watch, especially when he does randomizers.
I hate you for making this nickname stick.
Yeah. But yeah, if you want to see funny randomizers, including the Nuzlocke randomizer he's doing, R.I.P. Gwen. She was the best of us all.
Ouch.
But yeah, check out their content, and if you want to see more videos like this in the future, stick around. We'll have more content like this in the future. I know that sounded redundant, but at this point, what is my content anymore? Farewell, everybody.